Hi guys, happy Thursday. New book Thursday. We finished PAX yesterday. Such a good book. I hope that you recommend it to every friend that you know. I have a new book for us today. I gave you 3 hints yesterday. I said chocolate. I said you know of these characters before, and I said next year. And so, drum roll. Mine's terrible. Without further ado, I present to you Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. Now, here's the thing. If you remember, we started reading earlier in the year Super Fudge. We did not finish it. We really only got through about maybe like a fourth of it, the beginning fourth of it. Technically, this book is first in that series. I didn't know, but when we were reading Super Fudge, we were kind of like going out of order. So my hope is that I read this whole book to you by the end of this school year. And then you can go out over the summer and read Super Fudge, Fudgemania, Double Fudge, and otherwise known as Sheila the Great. Okay, because it sounds like those are the other books that are in this series. So this starts the series, and then you have what looks like to be 4 more books that you can continue on reading over the summer. That's the purpose of me reading a book that's in a series, so that I can wake you up, get you excited, and send you off over the summer to continue wanting to read more. We already know that Judy Blume is a great author. She writes her books with her characters being funny. So this will be a little bit different than PAX. PAX was so good, but it was deep and serious and it was heartfelt. This is a different approach. This is more like comical, funny. So I will be able to get through this whole book before the end. We have 12 more days. There's 10 chapters. So I plan on just reading a chapter a day. This first chapter is a little bit shorter, and then some of the other chapters are longer. So we'll just see. The blurb on the back for Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. I thought this was a good book because y'all are going into 4th grade. It says, "This fudge isn't so sweet. 2 is a crowd when Peter and his little brother Fudge are in the same room. Grown-ups think Fudge is absolutely adorable, but Peter and his pet turtle, Dribble, know the truth. From throwing temper tantrums to smearing mashed potatoes on the wall, Fudge causes mischief wherever he goes." Again, we kind of already know that Fudge is crazy from Super Fudge. But we are going to start from the very beginning. So I will go ahead and get started with Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, Chapter 1. The title is The Big Winner. Oh, and I wanted to read outside today, but the neighbors have people mowing their lawn, and it's very loud. So we're going to do it inside today. All right, Chapter 1, The Big Winner. I won Dribble at Jimmy Fargo's birthday party. All the other guys got to take home goldfish in little plastic bags. I won him because I guessed there were 348 jelly beans in Miss Fargo's jar. Really, there were 423, she told us later. Still, my guess was closest. Peter Warren Hatcher is the big winner, Miss Fargo announced. At first, I felt bad that I didn't get a goldfish, too. Then Jimmy handed me a glass bowl. Inside, there was some water and 3 rocks. A tiny green turtle was sleeping on the biggest rock. All the other guys looked at their goldfish. I knew what they were thinking. They wished they could have tiny green turtles, too. I named my turtle Dribble while I was walking home from Jimmy's party. I live at 25 West 68th Street. It's an old apartment building, but it's got one of the best elevators in New York City. There are mirrors all around. You can see yourself from every angle. There's a soft, cushioned bench to sit on if you're too tired to stand. The elevator operator's name is Henry Bevelheimer. He lets us call him Henry because Bevelheimer is very hard to say. Our apartment's on the 12th floor, but I don't have to tell Henry. He already knows. He knows everybody in the building. He's that smart. He even knows I'm 9 and in 4th grade. I showed him Dribble right away. I won him at a birthday party, I said. Henry smiled. Your mother's going to be surprised. Henry was right. My mother was really surprised. Her mouth opened when I said, "Just look at what I won at Jimmy Fargo's birthday party." I held up my tiny green turtle. I've already named him Dribble. Isn't that a great name for a turtle? My mother made a face. I don't like the way he smells, she said. What do you mean? I asked. I put my nose right down close to him. I didn't smell anything but turtle. So Dribble smells like turtle, I thought. Well, he's supposed to. That's what he is. And I'm not going to take care of him either, my mother added. Of course you're not, I told her. He's my turtle, and I'm the one who's going to take care of him. You're going to change his water and clean out his bowl and feed him and all that? She asked. Yes, I said, and even more. I'm going to see to it that he's happy. This time my mother made a funny noise, like a groan. I went into my bedroom. I put Dribble on top of my dresser. I tried to pet him and tell him he would be happy living with me. But it isn't easy to pet a turtle. They aren't soft and furry and they don't lick you or anything. Still, I had my very own pet at last. Later, when I sat down at the dinner table, my mother said, I smell turtle. Peter, go and scrub your hands. Some people might think that my mother is my biggest problem. She doesn't like turtles and she's always telling me to scrub my hands. That doesn't mean just run them under the water. Scrub means I'm supposed to use soap and rub my hands together. Then I've got to rinse and dry them. I ought to know by now. I've heard it enough. But my mother isn't my biggest problem. Neither is my father. He spends a lot of time watching commercials on TV. That's because he's in the advertising business. These days, his favorite commercial is the one about Juicy O. He wrote it himself. And the president of the Juicy O company liked it so much, he sent my father a whole crate of Juicy O for our family to drink. It tastes like a combination of oranges, pineapples, grapefruits, pears, and bananas. And if you want to know the truth, I'm getting pretty sick of drinking it. But Juicy O isn't my biggest problem either. My biggest problem is my brother, Farley Drexel Hatcher. He's 2.5 years old. Everybody calls him Fudge. I feel sorry for him if he's going to grow up with a name like Fudge, but I don't say a word. It's none of my business. Fudge is always in my way. He messes up everything he sees, and when he gets mad, he throws himself flat on the floor and he screams. And he kicks. And he bangs his fists. The only time I really like him is when he's sleeping. He sucks 4 fingers on his left hand and makes a slurping sound. When Fudge saw Dribble, he said, "Oh, see." And I said, "That's my turtle. Get it? Mine. You don't touch him." Fudge said, "No touch." Then he laughed like crazy. That's the end of chapter 1. So we're going to stop there for today. So our main character is Peter. The story is being told in first person because he's using words like I, my, and it's being told from his perspective. Our other characters that we've met are Henry, the elevator man. We've met Mom, who reminds me of my own mother. My mother would do the same thing. That thing smells. And his dad, who works in advertising, and brother Fudge. Fudge is not Peter's, Peter is not his biggest fan. What's crazy is that both of our main characters in both of our books have the same name. So that's interesting. We had Peter in Pax, and then we also have Peter in Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing. So that's interesting. I'm excited for this one. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this new book. I think I've figured it out how you can comment now. So leave your thoughts below. What are you thinking? Are you excited? I'm excited. Tomorrow we will continue on with chapter 2. And then we'll take a break over the weekend and go back to chapter 3 on Monday. I'm so excited. I love reading with you guys. I'm going to be so sad when this is all over. But no time to think about sadness because right now we're doing great. And we just started on a new book. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Do your work. Hug your parents. Hug your family close. Wash your hands. Be nice. Help with chores. Go outside, play. Read a book. All that jazz. Love you guys. Mwah.